Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock.
Yeah!
That's right, folks. It is Saturday, November 25th, the final Saturday of the month of November, as we're now heading into the final month to wrap up the entire year of 2023.
How are we already almost at December?
Make it end!
Time
Make
flies
it end!
when you're not paying attention to the calendar.
We have endured the cruel and merciless Floridian summers and the mellow yet pleasant Floridian fall. But now, as the cold, creeping hand of nature approaches into our heart, shut up, let me get this. As we approach in our hearts, we are about to endure the greatest, most horrible moment of them all. Prepare for the Floridian winter.
What Floridian winter?
Okay, you're really
the Floridian winter. It is fabled that many legions from the north, who have been dubbed snowbirds, shall raid every corner of creation, and the Sunshine State will be blotted out for 31 days and 31 nights.
They're already here!
I know.
No car shall remain on Poopton.
I know.
They keep on coming earlier and earlier.
That's because Isaiah and I are one of them.
It's okay, guys.
That's right. We were slaver agents.
Guys, it's okay. We still have 6 days left in the month of November. Let's savor them while we can.
Yeah, he's correct. Let us enjoy those moments while we wait for the horrors to arrive upon this world.
I'm your host, Jose Casabona. I'm also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, the executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And joining me on my left is the host of Los Amigos Play, a man with an extensive video game library that stretches far beyond digital and hard copies, and a man with some very, 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 very awesome culinary tastes, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you kindly. It is once again a joy and a pleasure to have you here with us. It has been difficult. It has been hard. Our works and our lives have kept this schedule bouncing all over the place like a little pinball. But we appreciate your loyalty and, more importantly, your faith in us. Because we may fail you, but we will never leave you. No matter what the lawyers say, and the police says, and the politicians say. And those mercenaries from Nicaragua say.
Oh my
Angel,
God!
Angel, are you legally allowed to say that?
I'm not legally allowed to do a lot of things.
Okay.
Dear Lord! These are the people I live with.
And of course, we are joined by two of our cosplayers here on this channel who were in the earlier episode of Los Amigos Play. From left to right, we have Dragon Fang cosplay.
Hi.
And
our left, your right on the screens. So
I'm going with my
so
left.
Stage right perspective of us left. So stage right, Dragon Fang cosplay. There you go.
Okay, fine. Stage left, my right, Zayana Rose cosplay.
Hi, guys.
And of course, we have joining us, as always, the host of the Black Files, My Tech Part Reversal Rewind, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos we produce on this channel every single week. Hang on, I'm getting a message.
What the? Stop it without the mess already.
Hang on, let me read. This is important. It's
No,
because we
it's
have
not.
time.
It's only
We're
polite,
late.
man.
Dear Mr. Casabona, it has come to my attention that you and I will be dueling in combat, blah, 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 7 evil, blah, blah. This is boring.
And a ripoff.
Must be a telemarketer
Block the number.
thing.
Yeah, I'll take care of that later. Also, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Yeah!
Thank you for that fine introduction, Isaiah. Don't you ever forget the mister, folks. Dear God, you need to chill with this gag.
Too bad, it's good.
Are you having fun with it?
I'm kind of having fun. Let's not forget
No, he admitted it. He
the
will
matron
never
of the
live
Ravens flock, who's kind of trying to choke Isaiah, but trapping me in the process here.
Her tiny
Give
arms
it up
cannot
for
reach.
K-Storm cosplay, who was subbing for Los Amigos Play earlier.
Hello, everybody. Sisters? Yeah. As you can see, I've got my sisters.
So, okay, so this turned it... Did you become the same?
So the
This is
Furies-
Hocus Pocus. Am I married to Bette Midler?
Sisters?
Oh, dear God.
Don't watch
Hey,
this
Juan,
video.
don't lose your head.
I mean, I do have a Sarah Sanderson cosplay.
It's okay. They'll be fine. After all, he's married. There is no escape. Hello,
Amazing
everyone.
Gamer 111 is back. Holy crap.
Hey, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Well, to see you again. Thank you for joining us once more after all these ever so complicated time that we have experienced.
And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and kick.com/theravensflock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our content. Leave your questions and comments below, and we will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, whether it be YouTube or Kick, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
I will. Folks, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you have stepped up to help the Ravens Flock break away from our shackles of late-stage capitalism and become full-time streamers just for you. You guys rated us tonight from Steph the Alternate, and we're so thankful for that.
Thank you so much.
But we would love to ask you to consider joining the Ravens Flock and helping us grow our numbers as well. We are thankful that our sister from another Mr. Steph the Alternate has come and graced us with your presence and with the presence of her fine self on here digitally, but we could use your help with subscriptions. I kid you not, in the last week, for some reason, we actually dropped off by about like 10 subscribers dropped off for no explanation.
I've been keeping tabs on those numbers. That is so weird.
But with your help, we could just get those numbers back up, and we would love very much for you guys to help us balloon over here. We're not as big as our other siblings on the YouTube stratosphere over here, like Nerd Report or Popcorn Planet or even Popcorn Planet. But we are damn sure working on it. With your help, we can and we will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to better suit your taste and your needs. I see Lisa Boo, Project Metal Music, Nikki Bella, Kurisi Rando-sama, let's see, Matthew Coburn, I said Lisa Boo already, Amazing Gamer 111, we see some new people, Jackie Swan, It's Just Me, Tarana Villanueva, Katie Much. More, It's Just Me. Let me see who else is in the chat. I saw Project Metal Music already. D Nice is up in the chat. Hey up there, D Nice. Thank you so much. Lulu's mom. I wonder how Lulu's doing. I don't know who Lulu is. I know little Lulu. Let's see. NPG Creative Media. Hello there, NPG Creative Media. Welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
Pekka Kosiknen. Hello there. Welcome to the Ravens Flock. Let's see.
Lots of new voices and lots of new faces.
I
Thank you
know.
so much for taking your time.
Don't be shy. Be sure to pipe up. We're not allowed to bite anymore. Angel has been held on his restraining order.
Fine, Killjoy.
Okay, Dragon Fang will bite. Zayana Rose will bite. But then again, this restraining order was drafted before they joined the flock, so they kind of aren't bound
They
to
got away
it.
with the grandfather
And
clause.
I
Bullshit.
will only bite if you ask me to.
Nicely.
All right, and of course, this edition of the Ravens Flock is brought to you in part by Glitch Energy. Go over to glitchenergy.com and use the promo code FlockFuel to get a 20% discount on all of your online purchases.
We live in a market flooded to the brim with crappy, shitty third-party products that only do nothing for you, fill you with corn syrup, and destroy your digestive system.
Don't forget what I told you guys last week at the girls' party. Ric Flair came out with an energy drink, and I kid you not, it's like a mushroom elixir-based drink. People have reviewed it, and it tastes like ass.
Exactly.
One of the key ingredients, I kid you not, is cordyceps, as in the zombie mushroom from The Last of Us, folks.
And Kurichi Rando-sama has decided to spread the virus by gifting 5
Holy
Ravens
shit.
Flock memberships.
Welcome to the membership. Welcome to the Inner
Thank
Flockers.
you.
D Nice, Tirana
Villanueva,
Jerry, Lorraine Lamore, and
Pekka Kosiknen.
oh, I
Thank
thought
you.
Artemis.
Oh, yeah, no, Artemis. Yeah, there we
Thank
go.
you so much for joining us. Now, as we were saying, we want to give you a product that you want to drink because we take the philosophy of legendary
give it a
basketball player Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, it's
He
Foxy
never
Lemonade.
sells you anything that he wouldn't buy himself, and we will never propose
for
to
it.
you a drink that you wouldn't drink yourself. Do you want energy?
Yeah, let's
Do you
pass this
desire
out.
hydration?
Yes.
Do
Then
you
you
desire
can-
all of this without the horrible, uncomfortable, weird side effects?
Like crashing. In the whole time that we've been trying out Glitch Energy, we have not crashed. It's been a nice, steady energy flow, and right now, the fine ladies are trying out Foxy Lemonade Glitch Energy over here. It is basically a pink lemonade flavoring, and it's got 3 different blends, proprietary blends of energy supplements built in. No sugar, no carbs, no calories, all flavor.
Exactly.
And my purchase of oh yeah.
Hold on, before you get to use.
Oh, goodness.
NPG Creative Media has become an inner flocker.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you,
Thank you so
and
much.
PNG Creative Media. You are awesome.
We hope that you enjoy our content as much as we enjoy making it for you.
Now, as I was trying to say, and my product of Glitch Energy Revive has just arrived in the mail not too long ago, and I will be doing a tasting video very soon. It will come out a lot sooner, folks.
We give you something that is both good and healthy for you because at the end of the day, we care. If you die of kidney stones, you won't be here to watch our shows. So we're giving you a product that is both healthy, delicious, refreshing, and doesn't taste like carbonated horse piss and aspirin.
Now, coming from people, who have stayed up very, 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 very late.
Guilty.
Anyone who goes to cons, especially cosplayers, we tend to pull those all-nighters, and you know how it is. You end up crashing, and then you
And
run
coffee doesn't do a
and then you keep
to
doing it
you.
again.
No.
Yeah, no, this won't do that. It's wonderful. You should get the nerds.
The
nerdies.
nerdies.
So good.
It's-
Definitely 100% try it.
So definitely, definitely give it a try, folks. We promise you will not regret it.
Absolutely. All right, and of course, before we get into the main topics, we hope that all of you have had a wonderful Thanksgiving on Thursday.
Yes.
Hope you guys had a great time with your friends and family. And I know
Taking
that
shots.
yes, taking shots. They've clearly had a lot more than their fill for Thanksgiving.
Tasty. Listen, there is several pounds of unfried turkey meat in my fridge that say otherwise.
Oh God!
It's okay. We kind of finished our liter of what was it, a peanut butter screwball whiskey?
Those are nice.
It's gone.
And we drank our uncle under the table.
Yeah, no,
y'all
definitely.
beat your uncle
Based.
in drinking.
Based.
What's up, K-Storm?
I thought I
Based.
asked y'all to save me some. Or did I tell you to drink an extra for me? I can't remember.
You said it. Drink an extra.
The
drink an
latter.
extra, no wonder.
Yep.
We did.
It's just a picture of Zacharias holding a bottle in the name of Hades.
In the name of the Dark Ruler Hades.
Well, you know something, folks. Thanksgiving has come and gone, and there is a lot of things for us nerds to be thankful for. We are thankful for a lot of things that has happened this year. We're thankful for a lot of opportunities, of the friends that we've made along the way, and lots of good news that's happened in our personal lives, which we're not going to get into. And one of the other things that we can all universally agree on, that one thing that we can be thankful for is new content.
New content is always nice.
Yes.
Consume products and get excited for the next product.
Okay, I know that's a meme that was meant cynically, but truthfully, if you actually aren't up your own ass for 5 minutes just to get yourself hate click farming and actually sit and see what's enjoyable about stuff, you can actually see, hey, there's some fun in these movies and TV shows and stuff. Ever since the writers and actors strike ended, we got flooded with all sorts of new promotions for movies and TV shows and video games, and we're thankful for that, and we're actually really much more thankful for getting to share all these experiences with all of you, giving our takes, hearing from you, and getting to see what your opinions are in regards to all of this stuff that's been coming out.
Absolutely, and one of the latest and one of the most talked about shows that's come out recently on Netflix is Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
That's right, the newly remade and recently revealed to be a completely different series, instead of a retelling, of the well-known Canadian comic by a man from Canada, a mysterious land that I'm still not sure if it quite exists, has been making some massive waves online for both positive and negative results, as everybody is either praising it or complaining about it in some way, shape, or form. So,
We'll get to the discussion.
let's talk about Scott Pilgrim.
We will. Now, before we do that, kind of a brief little rewind. In August 2010, Universal Studios released Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the movie, which was fun and enjoyable, but of course
it was live action too.
It was live action, but it was not immune to criticism.
Of course, no. It was not, obviously, because it's a movie and it had limited time, it could not show everything about the actual comic book, which I'm happy to say I read from beginning to end. So obviously, a lot of characters got cut out, many of the roles got reduced, and a lot of character development got sped run to high heaven. So when this show was announced, being an episodic series, people were hoping that they would get an actual retelling of the series with all the details. We did not quite get that exactly.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to actually even discuss what happens in the very first episode?
Yeah, when did this show come out?
It came out last week.
Okay, so it's been a week. I'm just gonna say right now, disclaimer, spoilers for those of you that have not read Scott Pilgrim, watched the movie, or seen the animated show. We are going to discuss things that have not happened. I'm not going to discuss everything because I've seen the whole show. We're just going to discuss to the point where Joe has seen it.
Yeah, I'm at the halfway point. There's 8 episodes in this Netflix series. I'm at episode 4.
So we're just going to discuss things until episode 4. If you've seen beyond that point, please do not spoil it for the rest of the chat. We're trying to be respectful here.
And of course, let's all be cool with each other. We've got opinions. Everyone's got.
This show is garbage. What is
How
wrong?
dare you? The show is God. Stop. No, actually, stop stomping the floor.
I was faking it really good.
Dear God, man.
It's Cole playing the heel. Come on, man. I thought you knew wrestling.
I know the wrestling, but you. Okay, we're gonna talk spoilers. Don't be an ass. There we go. That's our obligatory disclaimer. Okay, Jose, I believe one of the very first lines in the epic Charles Dickens story, A Christmas Carol, fits this best.
Go for it.
Jacob Marley was dead to begin with.
I'm sorry, what? Huh?
You don't know A Christmas Carol?
I have seen a lot of versions of that movie, but not that one.
The book.
The original book?
The actual novel by Charles Dickens.
No,
You've never
I haven't
read it? One of the very first lines. Jacob Marley was dead to begin with.
What does that mean?
It means, at the beginning of the story, we're letting you know Jacob Marley is dead.
The person is dead.
Yes.
We're letting you know right now.
Okay.
Right, that's how it starts.
That's how it starts in the first episode of
Scott Pilgrim Takes
Scott
Off
Pilgrim Takes Off, because
Yeah, when we expected to see the epic battle with Matthew Patel, accidentally ended in one hit because apparently, I don't know, this Scott got nerfed or something. My man got hit with the EA patch, and he just got BAMmed!
Yeah, I know. He got one punched so hard. Saitama even looked at that and he's like, wait, was that it?
Well,
yes,
it's kind of like he was Sonic.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the whole story essentially de-evolves into a spin-off that is going completely off the rails as both Ramona, Knives, his friends, and the evil exes have to grapple with the fact that, oh shit, guys, the main character's gone.
What do we do?
What
What do we do? What have we done? What are we doing? What do we do?
So yeah, things essentially de-evolve into a completely different story about Ramona studying what seems to be the mystery of Scott's possible murder and or disappearance while doing something that she never expected to do, trying to make peace with her 7 evil exes.
I was about to say, yeah, yes, get it right. It's 7 evil exes, not 7 evil ex-boyfriends.
No, exes.
Roxy
There was a
Richter.
girl in there. There was a ninja.
Roxy Richter.
No, we're looking at her right now.
No, she's not a ninja. She's an Akatsuki.
But the Akatsuki are ninjas.
Shit.
Juan, you're debating with someone who's a bigger weeb than you.
My mans.
No, just more fluent. I refuse to engage myself in the Naruto fandom. The kiss that wrote a million fanfics in the very first episode is all I need
Bro,
to swear it off forever.
in the most recent chapter of Boruto, it's revealed that Sasuke and Naruto carry, like, pendants of each other.
Oh yeah, I heard
The
about
kiss
that.
that wrote a million fanfics!
Kishi-
They're doing it on purpose!
Kishimoto accidentally wrote the best gay romance in fiction, and he didn't even
God
write it.
damn it!
Okay, listen to this. Stupid theory time. Naruto,
We're
exactly the
so
same as
much
it is, but Sasuke is a girl. Think about it. Think about it.
You know,
No, flip it because Naruto's
Point.
transformation.
Let's put that back. I can fix him.
ugh.
Literally, the entire show is I can fix it, and nobody will complain about it. Trust me, it's great.
Angel, the last time we talked about this a decade ago, you threw chairs around.
Yeah, I was
10
extreme-
years later, I don't want to see Juan throwing chairs around
I
and
will
throwing a
have you
tantrum.
know that I was reasonably disappointed about that turn of events.
Listen, I read way too many fics about them, so
Okay,
Hey,
for,
man, I'm just saying.
for the record, and I want you to
Maybe
understand this,
Kishimoto just isn't a good writer.
I will not be throwing chairs around tonight, and I will tell you why. Very simple. 10 years ago, we were able to rent a studio at a school at a technical school in order for us to do the Ravens Flock. Then
It was fun.
that wasn't our property. That wasn't our facility. This is.
We have
I'm
no
not
prop.
throwing stuff around and wrecking my living room.
This is not a prop. This is an actual chair.
Thank you, Juancho. All right, so let's all wrap it back up to the story. So in episode 2 takes another turn, and this is, and there's no way I could best describe it, but like, it's fun to see the interactions between the evil exes.
That was genuinely something that was missing from both the book and the movie. So I will give unabashed praise to the show for actually letting me see what Team Rocket does on their days off.
I know!
It was
It's like, oh
genuinely
crap,
nice.
what do we do?
It's so
You do
awesome.
what I do. You live in the moment.
Hey!
so team evil exes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Daily
there's no meow.
commentary. There you go.
Yeah.
And
It's
then there's no meow.
I'm pretty sure one of them was the. You know what? I think Patel was the designated Meowth. He was like the
Is he? Is he? You actually, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Well, the Meowth must pack some heavy punch because there was a power struggle between Matthew Patel and Gideon Graves, which led to Matthew Patel besting Gideon,
So yeah, no.
the main antagonist.
It's genuinely a little off the rails to see what Matthew Patel could have done if he didn't get his ass kicked on the first fight.
Real quick, shout out to NPNG Creative Media for his £2 super chat. Woohoo! Hey, up and what's up, everyone? It's flock time. You damn right it is.
Yep.
Thank you for a kind contribution. It means the world to us.
And after the power structure has completely changed in favor of the first Evil X, then Ramona gets some sort of like help me out here, Angel.
Ramona, she basically she has a crisis of faith for a couple episodes. Need to go home, shower, change my hair color 3 or 4 times, and essentially try to figure out what she's gonna do with her life now. Because though she's had a long history of exes, this is the first time that she's being faced with the consequences of her actions. Because whether she likes it or not, all of this crap kind of circles right back to her.
Yeah, but then she later figures out that Scott is alive.
That's
and
right.
He's missing.
He's not quite dead much as he was kidnapped because some unknown force essentially teleported our boy away, which explains why Mattel won so quickly. The punch never actually landed. So it becomes a mystery of knowing what happened to Scott Pilgrim, and more importantly, how do I fix my personal life?
Exactly. And real
Yes.
quick, we
wow.
got a $3
Thank you
super
so
sticker
much.
from.
Thank you.
Woo!
Much appreciated.
Yes, indeed.
It's the exercise peach. He's got the fist bump. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, the existential crisis going on. I think that's all of us.
It is pretty nice. More
All of
importantly,
us.
because it's the existential crisis brought to the fact that it's her fault. Because the third episode is genuinely breaking down the relationship between her and Ninja Gal over here.
Oh, yeah.
Roxy?
And Roxy
Yeah.
River, yeah. For the next 2 episodes, that's where Ramona starts her investigation on what happened to Scott Pilgrim. So she confronts one Evil X after another, being the potential suspects, to get answers as to what the hell is going on. And
Exactly.
in her journey, in doing so, she also, I guess, reconciles with the exes.
She's trying to, mainly because one important aspect of the comic that, once again, sadly the movie skipped over, is the fact that Scott is kind of a jerk. And
Kind of.
Yes. and
He's a 22-year-old dating a 17-year-old high school girl.
Correction,
little fact.
23.
23!
Full-
That makes it even worse!
Yeah, it makes it both hilarious and worse when you realize that, here's where it gets hilarious. In both the comic, the movie, and the show shown here, Scott doesn't actually do anything with knives. In fact, he's terrified of being intimate with her because he knows that what he's doing is wrong. Him dating knives is in essence a representation of his immaturity. He's not growing up, he's not accepting responsibility. However, a very important aspect of the book is that Ramona is exactly the same. When she describes her relationships with the exes, she tends to gloss over some very important details that the show begins to hammer. Mainly the fact that, guys, Ramona Flowers was kind of a huge asshole.
Kind of?
Just a little.
Does it? Hold on. Wasn't she and what's his face Lucas Lee? She was like in the comics. They say like how they were the bad guys, and she dabbled in being a bitch for a while. Like for a while, you kind of screwed over 7 people so hard they decided to form a league to take over the world in the name of dating you because you hurt them.
Yeah.
It's
when
called
you-
accountability, people.
When you got so many people going after you, you gotta wonder if you're doing something wrong. And that does come to a head in the 3rd episode where Ninja Gal fights Roxy. That's her name.
Roxy Richter.
Fights Ramona, and after this surprisingly brutal fight, when they're both laying down in the rain, she says the words that really drive home just how much Ramona hurts people. It wasn't just a thing.
It wasn't just a phase.
Yeah, because Ramona just treated her like a love him and leave him kind of thing. But
Oh,
Yeah.
that shit
terrible.
really hurt her.
Yeah.
And as is shown, the people that have the glow have amazing powers, but those powers are connected to their emotions. So when they get hurt, that shit hurts more than usual. So it's meant to show that, no, listen, yeah, the exes are assholes, but Ramona is not free of guilt. So another good thing this show is doing is putting the shoe on the other foot and showing us what did the other side did here exactly.
That's actually good, and I actually do appreciate that. And we get that same type of catharsis in the 4th episode when Ramona confronts Lucas Lee.
You mean Basely?
Thank you.
Basely,
Basely.
yes.
Oh, also, real
The
quick,
coolest
Jackie
guy.
Swan is saying, sorry, guys, but your channel is not for me. Good luck going forward. Bye. You know what? It's okay,
Hey,
Jackie Swan.
we appreciate
Do us
you
a
giving us a shot. Thank you.
We appreciate you joining in. Do us a favor. If you know anybody who does like nerd talk over here, more in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between, go ahead and send them our way if you'd be so kind. We appreciate you giving us a try. Thank you very much for the time over here. Also, the Strugglers up in the chat. Hey, up there, folks.
So-
Hello,
dude.
Struggler. Thank you for joining
Feeling
us.
good, fam. Feeling good, fam.
But yeah, the 4th episode, so not gonna lie, speaking out of bias, it is my favorite episode
We
because
can't help
Lucas Lee is my favorite character.
Chris Evans is just that guy.
He-
Chris Evans
I
is
mean-
that guy.
I mean, I would imagine he is, folks. Long ago, in the before times, back in the days of 2010, or actually no, 2011.
Yeah.
This big bald bastard here had hair. He had actual freaking hair.
Which looked dramatically like Lucas Lee's. So he looked at him and he went, he's just like me.
For real, for real.
And I understand, because Lucas is not like me. But I understand that the man that is just like you is like.
What are you doing, Juan?
Sit tight.
He's bringing back the past.
Okay, well, anyways, continue on.
So this is where I'm going to stop it, because that's as far as you've watched.
Yeah,
so
you
far.
know what? Yeah, that's where we're gonna stop. So far I'm enjoying it. So far, I'm open to this new story direction, and the animation, of course, is. Of
You
course.
see this? This is how much of a badass Jose Casabona has been in his time as a cosplayer.
That's right.
He went
Our
ahead
boy
and he
was a
painted up
skater
his
mania.
own freaking Lucas Lee skateboard and got everyone in the Florida con community that he possibly could to sign it. Look at this thing. It's graffitied all to hell.
You know,
Although you
technically
can't tell
that's-
my graffiti on there because Jose was trying to erase it off because he thought I was stealing his coolness.
But you think about it,
What
though.
do you wait? What?
Isn't
Juan,
this
why
like
would you
the-
even say?
Because I'm right there and you erased it off.
I didn't
You think
erase
I
it.
don't remember?
I
Bro,
didn't
you
erase-
don't understand.
Juan,
He erased it
hang on.
because he was shredding out sickly.
erased it off.
Yeah, right, you didn't.
It's okay. He doesn't understand your sick moves on the ramp, bruh.
You know I'm just fucking with you, right?
Okay. I was just like, that's such a weird thing to bring up.
Actually, when you think about it,
Thank you
doesn't
for
this
that, by
make
the way,
this-
Jackie
Doesn't this
Swan.
make this like
Thank
our
you.
official shield, like our emblem?
I can.
It predates the Ravens flock,
Yeah.
so it kind of-
Before the bird, there was the board.
I can think of. You know what? I can think of a good. I can think of a good design
no,
for
we're
this.
up
But
here.
getting back
oh
to
no,
it.
I saw mine. I saw that mine. I was really cringe.
So yeah.
All right,
long
but-
story short, how are you
cringe.
liking it so far?
So far,
may have been
it's great.
cringe, but
I'm
you were
open
free.
to the new story that they're going with this. I like the animation that they have, and of course, by the number one thing that hooked me is bringing back the original movie cast. I don't
That
think
was
that
really
there's.
nice of them.
I don't think that anybody else could pull off these performances, animated or live action or otherwise.
Yes, which is why I must once again say, fuck Marvel for what they have done.
How do you figure? Oh, right,
because,
no.
because as we
Brie
saw,
Larson
Brie
voicing
Larson
Envy
can
Adams.
act. She can express emotion. She can be a good actress if you give her a good script. And they have failed her time and time and time again. So what about you, Mr. Arouse? What do you feel about the show?
So far, since I've seen the least amongst all of us, so far, aside from
That's right, they just started
Zayan
watching it.
and yeah, well, in that case, myself, Zayan, and Dragon Fang have literally only just now started watching it, and I can understand. Okay, what the hell? He just got popped in the first act. That's like Dr. Evil getting caught at the beginning of Goldmember.
Yeah, it feels a lot like that. doesn't
But
it?
I do like the direction that it's going, and I want to know where it goes from there.
Good. Now, I have
Now,
seen the whole
Dragon
thing.
Fang has stolen your board.
Damn. I'm sorry, bro.
I'll get it back.
Now, I've seen the whole thing. I will not spoil.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, dragons do like shiny things that are precious to others.
But the board isn't shiny.
You know
It
what
can
it is?
be
You know what it
shiny.
is, Jose? It is treasured.
It is
Shit,
treasure.
you're right. All right,
Now-
Angel, go ahead.
I have seen the whole show, so I will not spoil anything. The thing is, just like Juan, I understand the complaints. If you are promised Scott Pilgrim and suddenly there is no Scott Pilgrim, you have the right to be fucking mad. Now,
But then again, if you look at the main title, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. He
Yeah,
literally took off.
at least they're not calling it a remake and then turning it into something worse. Now, here's my thing.
You mean like Tom Cruise's Mummy?
Yes.
Did you have to bring that up?
Yes!
It
Listen,
doesn't
there is
exist.
only one Mummy franchise, and the legendary Brendan Fraser
Yes.
was in it, and
Thank
nothing else
you.
matters
Thank
beyond that
you.
point.
Thank you.
So, now, here's my deal. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I can understand the complaints because as the series goes on, it feels like it tries a little too hard to redeem some characters that genuinely don't deserve it. And with no context, having seen the end of the show, I'm going to say this. The creator of Scott Pilgrim is behind this show.
Yes.
So this is being Christian and authorized by him. He based Scott and Ramona on himself and his wife.
Okay.
They divorced 10 years ago.
Oh.
Let's just say that the ending of the show, a little too much of the author leaks into the narrative.
We'll stop right there.
No more than that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I will say no more. I hope that you guys like it. If you have your criticisms, let's keep it civilized. Thank you, Struggler, for your very understanding comment. Like I said, I like what I saw until the halfway point, and then it began to lose me with the story decisions until it got to the end. And the more I thought about it, I went, wait a minute, this ending isn't happy at all. But I will leave you guys get to the end and make your decisions up to that point.
All right, so let's
right
go.
now, I'm just going to say it this way. I like the changes so far to the seeing more of the X's. I like the music. I like the animation. I like the fights. I like the characters getting more fleshed out. I am not completely satisfied with what the story did with them. That is all.
Okay, that's fine. And
Excuse me, I got to take this phone call.
Okay. That was weird. All right, then. Well, let's go ahead and turn over to the article, then, that we have here.
Which one? This one or the Dexerto?
Actually, yeah. You know what? Let's actually look at this one from Dexterdo.
Dexerto. All right. Let me just go ahead and we're actually going to go ahead and share this article here for you fine folks to watch on your own time, on your own dime. Also, who is this? Jingles the Christmas Elf. Season's greetings. Hello there,
Hey!
Jingles the Christmas Elf.
Holy
Season's
crap.
greetings to yourself as well.
Hello?
There's a Christmas Elf. Their name is
Christmas
Jingles.
Elf? Ooh. Season's greetings to you as well, Jingles.
Yay!
See, I always knew the North Pole wasn't a lie. I knew that elves existed.
So, let's see here. We went ahead and shared this article for you fine folks to watch and read on your own time, on your own dime. This is an article from Dexerto, comes by way of Savannah Howard. Headline reads, Scott Pilgrim creator addresses fans after divisive anime changes. All right, so Netflix's 2023 anime Scott Pilgrim Takes Off debuted to positive reviews, but that hasn't stopped fans from commenting on some noticeable and divisive changes.
All right, I'll take over from here. Now, Netflix's Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, based on Brian Lee O'Malley's popular comic book series, debuted on November 17, 2023, to critical acclaim. However, as every creator knows, you can't keep everyone happy. Why? Well, if you weren't already aware, the 8-part anime series is a little different from its source material. It doesn't follow the same arc as the books or the movie, but instead uses them as a starting point of an original story, which was enough for some fans to voice their disapproval.
Yep, like we said, Jacob Marley was dead to begin with fans taking to Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Reddit commenting on the, quote, shock twist and confusing script. O'Malley took to his IG story to address their concerns. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, and fans complain, referred to by some as the ultimate bait and switch. The new anime is described as a progressive reimagining of the cult comic book, but with a shocking twist and deviations from the source material. Many fans were delighted, but some had less than glowing reviews.
And this is the post from the guy, right?
This is a review from someone.
All right.
I really enjoyed the show once I accepted that they were trying to do with it, but I really wish they did more upfront with their advertising about what this show actually was.
Yeah, because when you think about it, if you
Allegedly.
advertise this show as, hey guys, oh shit, main character dead, what happens now? If you have been straight with the advertising, people would have still wanted to see it.
You know what would have been awesome, though?
Hmm.
Back in 1980, if the advertising for The Empire Strikes Back showed us that Darth Vader was Luke's father.
That is
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what these kind of...
no, it is no.
You know
That
what's
is
also
disingenuous, and you know it.
You know what? It also would have been an excellent, proper form of upfront advertising
What?
if they showed us that the Planet of the Apes was Earth all along.
Now you're just being disingenuous.
Yes,
You
I'm
know
being
that is not what it
disingenuous.
means.
Yes, I'm being disingenuous.
I think I
but
get
you
Juan's point.
But you understand how hyperbolic a lot of the loudest complaints of this have been getting, and I simply take that hyperbole that folks have been twisting it and throwing it right back so that
But
folks
that's
don't
not the
understand.
same. No, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with that, Mr.
How do you
Ramos.
figure?
Because what you're claiming here are important plot twists that happen at the end of the show, at the climax of the movie. Well, what happening here is Scott Pilgrim, the show. Here's Scott Pilgrim. Look at all that Scott Pilgrim. Look at all this Scott. Oh shit, there is no Scott Pilgrim. There is bait and switch. You don't have to disagree with it. You don't have to like it. But you gotta understand, if you make that kind of risk, people are gonna get mad about it, even if you don't agree.
Okay, fair point, but here's the thing. Like, I think they did that on purpose because they're trying to hook the audience. It's a rule of the trailer. You don't want to give everything away.
Of course you don't. But if you see Scott Pilgrim, you expect Scott Pilgrim. Obviously, the hint of take off is supposed to show that something different is gonna happen. But once again, people already complained that the live-action movie was not completely faithful to the book because it's a movie. They had to skip. So when you're told you're going to get an animated series, the first thought you think, oh, yeah, that's cool, an adaptation of the book, all the details. Oh, what the fuck? And once again, this has its virtues. It's not a bad show. But you promise one thing and you deliver another. They were expecting this reaction. Let's not lie to ourselves.
All right. I want to check the chat before we continue. Oh, Jingles the Christmas Elf is continuing. They're saying, just popping into the humans world on Santa's orders, doing the final head count for the boss's naughty and nice list this year. Being able to teleport with Christmas magic comes in handy when you're visiting different time zones and countries.
Hey,
Jingles, we're glad.
Thank you.
On the day that humanity is able to do instant transmission like this,
you gotta be nice.
We'll be joining up with y'all.
It's Christmas.
Hopefully, you'll be there with us by then.
I don't trust people with being able to instantly teleport. Sorry.
Well,
don't worry. Santa trusts you.
Santa trusts and believes in you. That's
Yeah.
what he wants all of us to be on the nice list. I know.
You're just gonna give a nice gift for her, and then you're gonna wake up. There's gonna be just a sack of coal going. I told you I could do it.
And I know I'm being disingenuous, struggler. I'm literally just doing this to break up how loud and crazed folks have been getting about the twist at the beginning of the series, without actually giving it a chance to breathe and get into the story on it from there.
This is why I always go for the 3-episode rule. This is why I always go for the 3-episode rule before I cast any judgment, because exactly.
Yeah.
Right, not to go into spoilers, but it's not much of a Ramona show either, says the struggler. You're not
We'll
wrong.
see when we get there.
It's more like the world of Scott Pilgrim.
Honestly, yeah, that's fairly accurate.
Which,
so, like, what are
which
these
is
folks
fine
like?
too, right?
Getting to know more about it is nice, but like I said, let's let them watch the rest of the show and form their own opinion once they had the full course Scott Pilgrim meal.
All right.
Here's a leg.
Actually, I want to see where is his thingy. Where is the
response?
actual response? Yes. Where is it? Where did it go? Go.
Hang on. If you're
You
skimming
went too high,
fast, of
just skip
course you're gonna
No,
miss it.
I'm trying to see.
One more, there.
Okay. All right.
So
So
I'll read it up here. All right. So to address complaints that the stories no longer resembled what fans previously loved about Scott Pilgrim, in his post he said, and I quote, "I personally wrote every script with at B.D. Grabinski.
That's a creator, I believe.
Yep, I constantly rewrote the dialogue to make it feel more Scott Pilgrim." He also discussed fans' concerns about the marketing, clarifying that the anime exists on its own and isn't a remake of the comic book or Michael Cera's film. Quote, "I think the anime timeline is its own thing," he says. "It comments on the book and the movie, but it isn't meant to replace them. I know it's pretty different, and that might come as a shock, but it's all intended in the script, a spirit of fun."
I give him props for that. You know, because at least he's man enough to go, guys, it's okay. It's its own thing. This does not affect the original. Fuck you, Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's its own thing. Don't worry about it. You can just watch it and say, yes.
Really?
Yes.
You better hope
Really.
K-Storm doesn't hear you.
Really.
Really?
Angel, I think
Really.
they kind of got you in that as well. What's the name of that game? Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, and I
Just
know
like
what
Scott
remake means.
Pilgrim takes off.
I know what
Listen,
remake
you are not
can
going to take
off.
Zach
They're
Bear away from me. I will
remaking-
fight you.
The tale of Final Fantasy
They're not
VII.
remaking shit. They're making a crappy sequel, and I'm getting taken along for
Actually,
the ride.
no.
You mean a
It was
spin-off.
actually really good.
The gameplay was good, at least.
The story also
I
fleshes out a
did
lot
not
more.
care for the
Yeah.
story when the sacks showed up. I'm sorry.
When the Dementors showed up.
When the flying burlap showed up and Mr. White Hair L'Oreal commercial decides to just stalk me every 5 minutes, I'm like, bro.
Listen,
less
I'm
is
here for
more.
Zach Bear, okay?
Yeah, that's the part that worries me the most.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm genuinely worried about that shit. Not now. We're working, please.
so yeah, we're still gonna.
professionals here.
Angels already saw
Christ!
it. We're still
you there.
Yeah. All right. So Angels already saw the whole thing. We're still watching Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. We're gonna form our own opinions, but so far, it's grabbed my attention. It's
I'm
fun.
glad you liked it, man.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great. And as far as everybody else and their their negative criticisms goes, I'm just like, honestly, if it's not like if you don't like it, then that's fine. That's okay. More power. Then that's okay because the books are still around. There's always that.
It's supposed to not mess with the original, right?
Exactly, and the guy actually said as much.
May I recommend, if you're not satisfied with the show, Blue-Eyed Samurai instead? It's a fantastic tale of vengeance, blood, drama, and people getting cut in half. It's beautiful.
I guess my only thing that I can say is, like, please don't shame or belittle anybody else who may have a different opinion about Scott Pilgrim's Takes Off. If it doesn't jive with your opinion.
Do we have to be nice to people?
I don't
If
know.
it's not your
Santa's,
cup of tea,
I don't know. One of the Christmas elves is
then shut
watching
your
us.
mouth.
Fine, but only because Santa's watching.
Actually, I think it's more along the lines of you don't have to go out of your way to be it's like super hyper nice if you're not feeling it, but don't also go out of your way to be a dick and belittle them over it.
In the iconic words of Squidward, but it's fun!
I know it's fun. I get fun out of poking fun at people who like Sky Captain and the Worlds of Tomorrow. I haven't met anyone who likes that movie yet,
But I will find
but
them
when
one
I
day.
do, I will poke fun. That being said, if there's still plenty of folks who are taking this as it is, it's a reimagining, it's a different tale, another time, another story, and it's all done with the seal of approval of the freaking creator itself. I think there's very little wiggle
It can be
room
its
in
own thing. It's
of
fine.
exactly. It's like you can have Coca-Cola and then you can have cherry Coke. Some people like cherry Coke, others don't. They prefer regular Coke.
Yeah, we call those people heathens, and they deserve
No!
to perish
Oh.
in the fires of damnation.
No.
Angel, I repeat, one of Santa's
No.
elves is watching us.
It's okay. They understand divine punishment upon the sinners that
Oh my
crawl upon the
gosh.
things that should not be.
Dear
Listen, I'm
merciful
just
crap.
saying Doom Guy had a point.
Doom Guy had a point. He was the best Christian boy ever because he went into hell and he destroyed
You guys
demons.
can continue.
What's going on?
Continue.
We are continuing. As a matter of fact, I was going to show
No
the
more arguing.
Yeah, we're gonna continue on. But yeah, there's an old saying: "Live and let live." Right?
pretty much, yeah. Like, folks, just to let you know that the entirety of this is actually been like showed off over here. I shared the article from AV Club to the chat. There's a review of this letting you know, like, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off review, much weirder and better than a mere nostalgia trip. It's like, okay, fine. And this one comes by way of William Hughes. I don't know who William Hughes is, but let him have his thing. Point is, there's going to be folks who are going to have different opinions of this, and clearly this is working out all right. Wait, hold on. What is this? A budget versus box office sense than the director's Last Night in Soho. Oh, really?
Yeah.
The director of the anime did Last Night in Soho? That's good.
It shows in the fight choreography.
That's it. That is damn good. Actually, there was one little thing, and I hate being a nitpicker. The fight choreography, to me, feels a little slow. It could be a little more dynamic in the cutting. That's just me, but that's just my brain.
We
force.
may have
That's all.
been spoiled by countless hours of Jujutsu Kaisen.
I'm afraid you're right. Point is,
They
you
were
guys get it.
boxing.
The point is, you guys get it. There's going to be different opinions, and we're all going to have them, but we shouldn't be shitting on each other just for having different opinions on a TV show.
Hello, Ben Cruz.
Hello.
Yo!
Welcome
Thank
to the
you.
show,
Thank
Ben
you.
Cruz. How
Welcome
you
to
doing, man?
Ravens Talk, man.
We appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us today. All right.
All right, so now let's go ahead and move on to now on the subject of topics that have clashing opinions with many people. Look, we've got to talk about it. We can't avoid it.
Okay. All right.
It is unpleasant, but someone's got to do it.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, one last thing. This show is a one-off thing. There is no sequel. They said that they wrapped the whole thing up in one season. They just said the story they wanted to say. They didn't want to drag it out too long.
Which is fine.
So it is unlikely there'll be a season 2.
There will not be a season 2. They said what they wanted to say. They spoke their piece, and that's all they're gonna do with it.
I
and
give
I
them
can
points
live
for
with
at
it.
least having the cojones to, have a proper ending point.
And it is incredibly kind of them, because I bet your ass that there's not going to be a lot of forgiving fans of the Scott Pilgrim franchise who are going to want any more of it, because they're just like, yeah, my childhood. Like, what the fuck, your childhood?
It's
This is
Canadian.
2000
Canadians
it's
don't have children.
Jeez, okay, that's a little wrong.
Mousse.
Okay, now
Chocolate mousse is great.
Okay, now here's what's up, folks. Couple weeks ago, actually no, last month.
Yep.
At the first full week of October, on my program, The Black Files, we went pretty dark. We went ahead, and if you guys know our programming on The Black Files, we usually go to the darker side of nerd and pop culture, and we talk about one single topic, and we cut through to the heart of the matter. We have ourselves a proper deep dive into these topics. This one we had to get into because it was something that was escalating extremely fast,
Exactly.
and everyone and their mother had some knowledge of it. And
Nobody knows things that are nerdier and more geeky than a horrible war happening on the other side of the world.
And if you guys would see that, you'll see that I went ahead and I shared the link to that episode of the Black Files. I'm talking about the conflict that's happening between Israel and the Palestinians under the rule of Hamas. Now, we were simply bringing up what was going on, and it's like giving you guys very brief idiot's guide intro on this. On October 7th, there was a music festival happening in Israel near the border of the Gaza Strip that is Palestinian, which is under basically a lockdown by the Israeli government and Israeli military, but the self-governance in the Gaza Strip was basically like voted on at gunpoint by the terrorist group Hamas. During that music concert, during that music festival, an attack by Hamas operatives came in. They mowed down 1,400 people in the concert, and they had apparently kidnapped 240 of them and brought them back into the Gaza territory. What ensued was a calamitous response from the Israeli government, which, while I can understand anyone being rightfully angry and rightfully wanting retribution, the way that this conflict has escalated is nothing more than a one-sided fight. One thing that I mentioned during the program was, okay, some of the actual Hamas operatives actually came in on hang gliders over the Gazan border into the festival with assault rifles, mowing people down on there. These guys have hang gliders. The Israeli government has F-35 fighter jets.
And the Israeli government official specifically said, and I quote, "If they will behave like animals, then we will treat them like animals." And they started by specifically closing down Hamas territory so they will receive no resources, followed by can only be described as a one-sided slaughter of everything on the other side right now.
What it actually ensued, and I hate that I have this info because it's absolutely abhorrent. As of right now, the actual casualty count between the folks from who were attacked in the festival, like I said, 1,200 Israelis and foreign nationals, and as of November 21st, over 15,000 Palestinians and Israelis overall have been killed in the conflict, including 53 journalists and over 100 workers of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for the Palestine refugees in the Near East.
Now, obviously, we made it quite clear that we understand the indication for retaliation, and we understand that we are basically not on the side of anybody that decides to bomb entire cities to rubble. Our sympathies do not lie with either side. They lie with the poor civilians that are getting caught in this incredibly stupid conflict born out of what cannot be characterized as religious ideology taken to an extreme so insane that it almost borders on fucking parody.
The tragedy is that the religious zealotry is on both ends.
Of course it is.
You got to understand, the Israeli government, honest to God, believes that they actually should be pushing every Palestinian out of the land and actually should be expanding themselves into Iranian territory.
There are no good sides here. There is only victims and aggressors.
I know, and this is why, and we've discussed this, like, this is why this topic is so, like, very, very, very dicey, because I go on social media and I see people post like support for Israel, support for one side, support for the other side.
For Israel and for Palestine. Notice for the record, ain't nobody and their mother actually saying, "Hey, I love Hamas."
Nah, fuck Hamas.
No. And ain't nobody and their mother actually saying, "Hey, Benjamin Netanyahu, the leader of the Iranian government, you're the man. I want to suck your dick." No. Nobody, because he's a fucking psychopath.
As the struggler so eloquently puts it, governments just kind of suck ass.
Governments just kind of, just really suck ass.
And because this is an all-out war, the idea of precision aiming is not really much on the forefront as much as everything in that general direction has to die right now.
But the problem with voicing your opinions on social media is that you are not immune from any form of backlash or consequences.
If anything,
Like
you're
on
even
Twitter?
more vulnerable to overwhelming amounts of unnecessary backslash for voicing your opinion.
But like on Twitter, I doom scrolling.
Yes.
I come across these videos and it's terrifying, the things that you don't see on the news that you find on Twitter, And
Some lively shit.
I can't say if it's for certain, but apparently there's been a lot of oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name. The white phosphorus or something.
Oh
White
God,
heat?
white
Yeah,
phosphorus. Yeah.
Yes.
They have been-
There was actual video showing it, and I even looked it up. It's just what it looks like.
Hey, when everybody else is doing war crimes, what's one more?
Well, that's the thing. War crimes. I don't care if it's our own government. If they commit war crimes, they should be punished. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
No one should just get a. Oh no, it's okay. No, you're
No one should
no.
get
Let-
it just a
no.
smack on the hand.
Let me. I just want to pose this as a simple hypothetical, as a simple way to parse this out. And this is the same thing that I asked you, Jose, last night in order to help brief you on this. Now, for any reasonable person, imagine you yourself alone are the head of Israel. You just been attacked from a terrorist government that has basically taken the governmental control of the Gaza Strip, and they went ahead and killed 1,400 Israeli people and kidnapped 240 of them. You're in charge of the Israeli government. How do you respond? Jose, what was your answer?
All right. Well, mine. Okay. Well, my answer was very elongated, and please bear with me. First, I would try to negotiate and find out what they want, and we've talked about this. I would also try to I don't know. I guess execute some sort of very surgical tactical operation. And yes, there's a risk that it could fail, but it would be far worse if I did not take any action at all.
How about yourself, Angel? If it's just you in charge,
That's the problem. It's not just me.
it's not just you.
As,
All
as being the head of a government means that I have basically a bunch of military and civilian advisors screaming on both sides of the field to me. And more importantly, the nation on the other side of the border just broke into my house and killed 1,400 of my people and kidnapped God knows how many women and children. We're going to war. There will be no negotiating with this because the other side made it. Mind you, I'm talking in a vacuum here. I'm ignoring the histories of both countries or who started one and what started which. If you put it in a vacuum, we're going to war.
The sad thing is, this isn't in a vacuum, and this isn't the first time that something like this happened.
Oh yeah, no. But the problem is, when something like this happens, nobody cares about what happened before.
Zayana Rose, what's your take?
Well, negotiation, because just because they showed themselves as an aggressor, if you're going to be aggressor back, it's just going to keep building.
Dragonfang?
That's sad thing.
Same negotiation first.
I asked to propose a simple question. What if we negotiate? We get the hostages back, and they do it again.
Well, in that case,
That's when they've already aggressed.
yeah.
And that's the big problem. You cannot sit there on the big chair and go, we're just going to wait until they do it again. I understand where you guys are coming from.
Yeah.
It is a solid opportunity of saying, yeah, we want to go to peace. But we cannot speak on behalf of this because we have
Don't live
never
in it.
known
But if they
war.
cross the line, then
They did already.
And
Yeah.
now here's the problem. We're all in sort of some form of okay, there's gonna be a military conflict, but for the most part, we all want the priority is
Yes.
get the hostages back, right?
Most definitely go for it.
Okay.
First off, sneak in and try to get them out if possible. Always
And
go
also,
to save the
don't
hostages
kill
first.
the freaking civilians that have nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
That would be for the best.
What-
If Hamas wasn't all too happy to use them as meat shields all the time.
Now here's the problem. The actual Israeli response from Benjamin
Yeah,
Netanyahu, who
no.
has been completely 100% the opposite, was basically shoot first, ask questions never.
It's
There's
almost like
been
they're using
reports.
this as an excuse to expand their aggressive policy as far as they can possibly go.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what's been happening, and they've basically gone ahead and they've wiped out the north end of the Gaza Strip. It's that population had 2 million people living in a 25-mile long, 2-mile wide block, and now 1.7 million of them have been basically forced to go south, and your military operation saying, hey, let's go ahead and bomb the south as well.
Because of course.
Yeah, that's what.
That's the part that's
what
being
I
dumb.
don't freaking get.
So
That
you
is-
told them to go south. They
So
go
we can
south,
shoot
and
them.
now you're destroying the south.
No, that is exactly what they told them to go to the south. Because
Now-
while the Hamas is clearly guilty of committing an atrocity, Israel is using this opportunity to expand themselves into that area. They are basically using this as an excuse.
Now,
Ethnic cleansing.
Yeah.
now, since we're actually getting back into folks dealing with consequences, Jose, would you like to announce the article?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
right.
Go ahead and post it. Now, in an article provided to us by NPR.org, the headline reads, quote, Melissa Barrera and Susan Sarandon face backlash for comments about Middle East crisis. This article was posted on November 22nd by Elizabeth Blair. Let's go ahead and scroll down so we can get into the main story here. All right, so here we go. More artists are facing consequences for their comments about Israel's bombardment of Gaza. Academy Award winner Susan Sarandon has been dropped by her talent agency, and actor Melissa Barrera has been fired from the movie Scream 7. At a rally in New York, Sarandon told attendees, quote, there are a lot of people that are afraid of being Jewish at this time, and are getting a taste of what it feels like to be a Muslim in this country, so often subjected to violence.
Now, one could argue that is a bit out of pocket, but would you fire somebody for saying something like that from their job?
No.
I mean, yeah, okay, you might say that you disagree with them, you might feel insulted by it, but is that sentence alone worth shunning somebody out of their bread?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to get that in order with the common sense people. You know?
Yeah, I was going to say, it must be a very flimsy, very fragile business relationship. If
It's
that's what
Hollywood,
it takes.
my man.
I know.
It is exactly as flimsy and frail as you think it is.
Now, a spokesperson for the United Talent Agency confirms they no longer represent Sarandon. Now, Melissa Barrera, who starred in 2 of the Scream movies, Scream 6 and Scream 5, for the folks who don't know, has been calling for an end to the violence on social media. According to Variety, in a now expired Instagram story, she wrote, and I quote, that Western media only shows the Israeli side, and as the Hollywood Reporter noted, that Gaza is, quote, currently being treated like a concentration camp.
Christ.
We have zero tolerance for anti-Semitism or the incitement of hate in any form. Scream co-producers Spyglass Media Group wrote in a statement to Variety, including false references to genocide, ethnic cleansing, Holocaust distortion, or anything that flagrantly crosses the line into hate speech.
Guys, where in any of that statement that Melissa Barrera put up did she say, oh, hey, by the way, Semites and Jews are bad?
No,
she
no,
didn't
sorry.
say that.
You talked about the Jews. Apparently, that's just an insult to the Jews. So you gotta go.
No, it's not.
No, sorry.
It is. It's a point out to the Israeli government being assholes.
No, sorry,
It's not
you
anything
compare-
about the Jewish faith.
Sorry, you compare one tragedy to another horrible tragedy. We can't have you working in this company anymore. Which, by the way, they resulted in another actress leaving in protest because of that, right?
That's right. Another actress, Jenna Ortega, who's not only in Scream 6, but she also plays Wednesday in Wednesday Addams in the Netflix series. Fanning the flames of Scream fans, it has also been announced that Barrera's co-star Jenna Ortega will not return to the franchise. Barrera and Ortega played sisters Sam and Tara Carpenter in Scream and Scream 6. Deadline reports that Ortega's departure has nothing to do with Barrera's filing. The backlash to the Barrera backlash was swift. And a quote from Travis Falligan on Twitter. Just when audiences were becoming invested in the new story, the main driving characters will be eliminated. As a big fan of hers, I'm seriously bummed.
Okay. For the record, you're in trouble when you've got the 2 girls, which, by the way, Angel, Jose, and I all watched Scream 6.
It was great.
Courtesy of Louis Lecca from Nerd Report. Louis, thank you again, buddy.
Thanks, bro.
We appreciate you on that.
It was funny.
It was funny, but it was a good
But it
Scream
was-
slasher.
No, wait, I take it back. It was fun.
It's a good slasher.
But I digress. The real point we're getting here is that
They
this,
played the sisters.
yeah,
in the
you,
end.
You know what this is? This is Hollywood frailty. A bunch of rich, out-of-touch dipshits, all the way in the hills of Los Angeles. People who have never been touched by conflict, war, or sadness in their lives are basically so afraid of angering any crowd that doesn't pay for their tickets that even the slightest sound of dissent or discord means that no, that person's gotta go right now. Every PR problem is a PR disaster.
Hey, check it out. Oh, snap. A message from Jingles the Christmas Elf. The boss and Mrs. Claus have a message for Raven's flock. Thank you for your good hearts and kind souls. They have added you to the nice list. Congratulations.
Wait.
Hey, you see, Angel, being nice does have its rewards. All right, man?
Right.
We need to leave extra cookies.
Nice.
We're going to definitely leave out extra cookies for Jingles, too.
I am incredibly nice.
Do we need to worry about him?
As his favorite Scotsman would likes to say,
I'll be fine, though. But for real, though, going back to the point is, we have an extremely talented actress essentially being kicked out for giving her opinion on a horrible tragedy that is affecting countless innocent people on the other side of the world. She's not shitting on the Jewish. She's not lowering them down, applying to any concepts of the apocalypse or not the apocalypse,
Holocaust.
the Holocaust or whatever the hell is happening. She's genuinely pointing out a combination of, hey guys, that's how shit is going over there. It's bad. And apparently that's enough for people going, no, she's insulting das Juden. Get her the fuck out!
Yeah,
God damn it.
yeah. No, obviously none of us are gonna. Obviously, none of us are gonna fault Susan Sarandon and Melissa Barrera for sticking to their guns and sticking to their beliefs on this. And yeah, no, it's no one should ever have to be punished for sharing their opinions on what they think of what they truly think about what's going on all over the world.
The director himself, Christopher Landon, responds to the angry fans, writing on Twitter, "Everything sucks. Stop yelling. This was not my decision to make."
Ow,
And then
shit.
he deleted the tweet. Sounds like he may not have been too agreeable with that. I mean, shit though. If you was a director and you found out your star and your best co-star just left because of something this stupid, I'd be pretty angry too.
They literally went in there and said, like, hey, listen, I had no part in this. Me no speaking English. We fubi dibi dubi. No, and ran off. Like, listen, just because I'm in charge of directing the movies does not mean that I liked this. I got no choice but to stay with it because I want to actually keep my job. For the record, I don't like this. And
Yeah,
then he
no.
deleted it. I would stand by my asshole claim and keep it up because fuck
Yeah.
it. It shows that you have an evolution.
What are they gonna do? Fire the director? See how well that goes.
Actually, yeah, they will.
Well, see how well that goes.
Dude, like you said, Angel, number one, it's Hollywood. Of course, the business relationships are flimsy. And number two, it's also corporations trying to protect themselves.
That's the only thing they ever care to protect, of course. Like, nobody, don't talk about.
Expendable.
Don't talk about the bad thing. No bad thing. There is no war in Basing Say, motherfucker.
Consume content?
Consume content, consume product, and get excited for the next No, just pay no attention to the war behind the curtain. Sir, everything is literally on fire. Shut up.
Now check this. Right as the war was heating up on there in the article in October, Ortega, Barrera, and Sarandon were among dozens of Hollywood talent who signed an open letter to President Joe Biden calling for a ceasefire. Other signees include Jordan Peele, America Ferrera, and Jon Stewart.
Okay.
So yes, like weird, spooky, like horror director Jordan Peele of Key and Peele, America Ferrera, Betty La Fea. Ugly Betty, who ain't so ugly no more. God damn, she looks fine these days. And
John-
Mr. John fucking Stewart.
I believe Jon Stewart's reputation speaks for himself, and this wouldn't be the first time that Jon Stewart actually got involved in politics.
He's literally been for decades No, his job is a comedian, K-Storm.
Exactly. Politics, the greatest comedy of them all.
Okay, for over 20 years, for like 23 years here, Jon Stewart had been basically advocating for the 9/11 first responders in order to make sure that they continue to have funding for their health care that Congress had been pushing forever to say, oh yes, we'll give it to them for the rest of their lives. And they're like, oh, there's a sunset clause and there's a thing, I'm sorry, we can't pay for this no more. We can't pay for and Jon Stewart every couple of years has to come up with the surviving first responders and say like, are you seriously gonna fucking cut off the healthcare to these guys?
I am here to remind you of basic human decency, you prick.
I don't want to make it work.
Yeah, no,
make it work.
It's kind of crazy how it goes in that place, but once again, as Joe said, Hollywood relationships are flimsy. But we're reaching a point that now you are not allowed to say anything that would be even slightly controversial, or we're gonna lose movie tickets, and we can't afford that. Like, bro, we have come a long way from the days when artists could get away with saying some wild shit, and people would be perfectly fine with that. But now you can't. No, we cannot even hint at the thought of insulting somebody, even as children, men, and women are getting blown to pieces by men in uniforms pressing a single button. Like, if you're not even allowed to talk about the things that worry you, it's not like people have to agree with you. I mean, shit, at the end of the day, it's what you're saying that you believe in, and if people agree and disagree with it, that's fine. But we're reaching a point that your job is in danger just because you say the things you believe in. Even if nobody disagrees with you, you might still lose your employment, because if extremely high-paid actresses in Hollywood are not safe, we sure as fuck ain't safe either.
Exactly. Like, Yeah, no, it's okay to have opinions, and it's okay to disagree on these opinions. Like, not everybody has to get along. I mean, we just talked about our disagreements on what we felt about Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, for goodness sake, and we haven't killed each other.
Not yet, at least.
Hey, we just got the blessings from the elves, okay?
Yeah, I know. And now that I got the blessing, I know I can get away with it. We're
No,
going to
Angel,
war.
we're not going to war.
Angel,
Stop,
time
Angel,
out.
please.
It's
I'm
like that
begging.
episode of Gumball. My fellow Americans, we all know where this is going, so let's just get it over with.
Okay, but what I'm trying to get is that we shouldn't
Angel,
have to
you're
be
in timeout.
punished.
Fine.
We shouldn't have to be punished or singled out just for
Okay.
sharing our opinions.
Human decency.
For human decency.
Now,
Yes.
here's what's up, and I promise I'm not saying this shit in order to be controversial or to poke at a friend or to piss off anyone else over here. And I'm gonna give you guys one example over here for us in real life. Our good friend, the fine femme who brought most of you guys over to us tonight, Steph the Alternerd. She shared on her Twitter after seeing a video article that was actually shared by the Israeli government. So you can take that with a pinch of salt, but nonetheless, she meant it in sincerity. Steph herself had said that she personally stands with Israel. And the actual footage that she was quoting and responding to was in response to several women who were physically, violently assaulted in that manner, if you know what I'm talking about.
Every now and then you have to remind yourself that war is a horrible fucking thing that nobody could ever want for anybody involved.
Now,
And sometimes dying is the least horrible thing that can happen to you in there.
because at least dying, you'd get it done and over with. Unfortunately, something like that happening and still surviving, that leaves you scarred for life. That leaves you traumatized for life.
Good news,
That being said-
you live. Bad news, you're
You have
gonna
to-
live with it.
Now, that being said,
Yeah.
naturally, and I completely understand Steph's stance on that, nobody in their right mind, with the right mind and the left nut, could ever support that kind of abhorrent actions. That being said, I can honestly say I get where Steph is coming from, but I have to respectfully disagree with supporting the Israeli government. I said it when we did the initial episode of the Black Files. I do not stand with Benjamin Netanyahu's government or his military. I do stand with the Israeli people who were victimized in that attack and the Israeli people who suffer the consequences.
That's perfectly
Yeah.
reasonable. You
that-
stand with the people doesn't mean you stand with the government. Because
Yeah.
let's be honest,
And-
governments are not people.
Yeah,
And-
you stand with the people who had nothing to do with the conflict.
And conversely, I do not, under any circumstance, stand with Hamas. Those guys are assholes. They're actually trying to get themselves set up. Yeah, they're set like Hamas is basically an Islamic crusaders. They're jihadists. They're trying to take back Palestine in the name of Islam and expel Jews that way. That is bullshit, and that's fucked up. I do, however, stand with the Palestinian people who were since the 1940s had been systematically split from themselves, and instead of actually being able to work on a peaceful solution where you have the Palestinian nation living side by side with the Israeli nation, living in coexistence and living in peace respectfully with each other, you had the Palestinian land split in two, and one of them has basically been fenced off
Yeah.
by the Israeli military. And that's fucked up on behalf of the Palestinians. They don't deserve that.
The average civilian Palestinian or Israeli does not want to get involved. Sorry. The average Palestinian or Israeli is most likely not happy to wake up in the morning to see his entire driveway reduced to a hole in the ground. And the part that hurts the most about this incredibly pointless and tragic conflict is that it's not going to end in peace ever, because their religious beliefs have driven them to see the other side as pure evil. And as much as it pains me to say it, this tragedy is not going to end anytime soon, because you cannot make peace with people who are convinced that your death makes the world a better place.
That being said, I'm pretty sure we can all agree here at the Ravens Flock. What we would want nothing more than is very simple. We would love nothing more than the hostilities to cease completely, have a negotiated truce, and actually get the Palestinian people and the Israeli people some sort of agreement that both sides can live with. Not to mention eliminate the extremists on both ends who are just trying to kill each other in the name of a religion. No, my sky man in the sky said that pineapples do go on pizza. No, but my Skyman in the
Okay,
sky
see, now we got a
says
fucking
pineapples
problem.
don't go on pizza.
Now we have a serious problem here.
See what I
Where's
mean?
the other man?
That's basically what it boils down to, and it's the most fucked up thing ever.
Yeah, no, sadly,
If
that's
there
what it
was
is.
peace between Palestine and Israel, and if they'd be fucking brilliant.
Yeah, no, we all agree with that, Wancho, and I would also like to add, like, on the same token, let's support and not just civilians, no matter what their profession is, whether you're a celebrity or not, for sharing your opinions in favor of, ending this conflict, in favor of human decency, as you pointed out.
You don't have to agree, but nobody should lose their job over saying something they disagree. Ironically, yes.
Simple.
Like-
Agree to disagree.
Putting it simply, Steph, I understand her take on it, and I agree with her being able to stand with the Israeli victims on there. I'm sure that's what she means by that. And I'm not going to knock on Steph. I personally want the Palestinian people to also not be carpet bombed to death. That would be very nice. We're both at an impasse at that point, but that doesn't mean that I don't still love her as a sister from another mister.
Okay, and that's perfectly fine. And before we move on to the next topic, we got a $1.99 super chat from D Nice
thank
sharing
you.
a
Pineapple on
pizza emoji and a pineapple emoji. Yes, pineapples do belong on pizza.
Here's the thing.
Bet.
See,
April.
I personally don't like pineapple on pizza. However, that's fine. You get it? Fine. I'll have pineapples on the side and my pizza and eat both.
It would be
There
nice.
you
That's a good compromise.
Yeah, there you go.
As much as I hate to use the food allegory, it would be nice to live in a world where we could all have our own slice of pizza with our own toppings. But unfortunately, that world is not quite real. That being said, I still
We're
believe
not
that
ready
somebody
for it
should be
yet.
allowed to have their job if they disagree with the topping on pizza. And more importantly, thank you so much for that little sticker, because that goes to the War Fund!
No!
So we can hunt down the
Angel!
ones that don't want pineapple on pizza!
Angel,
and
what the
show
hell,
them
man?
the way! And the way is death!
You're in
Angel, who
timeout.
woke up and stole your dessert, man?
They stole my pizza, bruh.
Angel,
All
Angel.
right. Angel needs to lay off the
No,
coffee.
I think I know the issue. The cat is starting to get to him.
Yes. 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 It
Don't
is.
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We are gonna worry about it.
It's fine. We are Venom. It's okay.
All right, well,
I'm pretty sure you're gonna
Don't
start
worry.
growing cat ears next.
Why do I hear Eminem all of a sudden?
Why do I hear
God.
By the way, guys, Eminem is coming to Fortnite.
Of course he is.
Oh God, he is. I know.
Finally.
Both his Slim Shady form and his older self with his dark hair and his beard.
Finally,
Oh,
the
God.
only white man legally allowed to say the N-word is coming to the only place that they say the N-word.
Oh, hang on a minute. We got a message from Jingles, the Christmas elf. I want to let the Ravens flock know that I will be on Santa's sleigh team this year.
Oh, snap.
A few days ago, Santa promoted me, and after years of hard work to his elites, I'm now part of the elite sleigh.
Congratulations.
Yay! Congratulations!
We hope that you will have an excellent... We will be watching your career with great interest.
Now, with that being said, so we're only going to briefly touch on it. I'm not going to waste a lot of time. And on the subject of something that we can all, kick back and laugh at, for those who are fans of wrestling, to,
Huh?
go ahead, Wancho, I got this.
What's happening in the ring, my man?
Oh, no, I was just saying that tonight WWE is hosting a pay-per-view event, their annual pay-per-view event, Survivor Series, and they're hosting their War Games event this year for Survivor Series in Chicago, Illinois, which is tonight, and I will be and I'll be discussing it even further next week on Wrestle Rewind.
Very nice.
That being said, Angel, we're gonna go ahead and turn it over to you. What video game news you got for us, my friend?
Let's talk about video games for a bit.
Yay!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it has been almost a running gag at this point that every time I open this segment, I have to talk about Blizzard doing something stupid. Well, I have to...
get the marshmallows.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
sure?
We're good, we're good.
We're already gonna eat later. Come on.
Now, good news is, for once, we are not talking about Blizzard. Let's talk about Ubisoft instead and how stupid they are. Ubisoft, as you know, is the company that has been becoming very popular by their increase on both sport games, open world games, and repeating 3,000 versions of the same game. I hope your motherfuckers like Assassin's Creed, because something is getting greedily assassinated right now. According to a recent report that they claim to be technical errors,
Can we just take a minute?
players are getting full screen
Oh.
pop-up ads in the middle
This is where
of
Juan comes in.
gameplay.
Wait. In what game?
What
the recent
you messed
game,
up on the wrong
Assassin's
screen.
Creed
I know.
Odyssey.
That's why I need your help.
The most recent Assassin's
Let's
Creed that
pass
they
it. I think
dropped.
it'll
I think it's,
Mirage?
no, the next one. The next one after that one too.
I thought Mirage was the.
No, Mirage is the Egyptian one, right?
No, that was Origin.
Okay, so after that we had the Viking one, right?
That's Valhalla.
Okay, and then after what we had Mirage.
No,
What we had then?
I think no, because Viking was Odyssey.
Yeah.
Mirage is Baghdad.
Okay,
US,
well,
yeah.
after that one, we have another one called Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and several players have reported that,
Odyssey
they are
wasn't
getting-
the recent one.
well, this is...
Odyssey was way before.
Well, Odyssey is somehow playing right now. Maybe it came to PC or something.
Real quick, Ben Cruz is saying, hot take, I don't like pineapple on pizza. Mwahaha. Okay, that's cool. You know what? I'm going to piss off everybody. I like pineapple on pizza. I also like anchovy on pizza. I know.
Interesting to see.
It's horrible.
You can have one just for yourself. that's
Listen,
fine.
I understand that. I mean, anchovies are not my thing, but that's okay. You can have them.
No,
But more importantly,
he
Ben,
can sit with us.
wash your neck and
He
wait.
can just have his own
What the-
pizza.
No, he can sit far away from us because no.
Okay.
No.
All right, let's get back over to Ubisoft.
Now, going
folks.
back to the stupidity of Ubisoft, several players that have been playing the game online, maybe just came to PC or something,
I'll be right back.
revealed that recently, full-screen pop-up ads are showing up right in front of gameplay, somehow asking them to buy new stuff. Predictably, people freaking panicked, so Ubisoft ran in to do good old-fashioned damage control. According to The Verge, they blame a technical error for showing pop-up ads
Where?
in Assassin's Creed.
Bull crap.
Ubisoft is blaming a technical error for a full-screen pop-up ad that appears in Assassin's Creed Odyssey this week. Reddit users say that they spotted the pop-up both on Xbox and PlayStation of the game, with an ad appearing just when you try to navigate to the map screen. This is disgusting to experience while playing, remarked a Reddit user, summarizing the general feeling of such pop-ups in the middle of gameplay.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out October 2nd, 2018.
Well, somehow
It's
apparently
still running?
all of a sudden it just
Yeah.
got that.
Okay, cool.
Origins is one of the best ones, though.
We have been made aware that some players encounter pop-up ads while playing certain Assassin's Creed titles yesterday.
Okay, then I probably need to hop on all my Assassin's Creed, see what happens.
Yeah, this, don't
Not
forget,
me when I was playing
the Assassin's Creed games are connected to the same server, the Ubisoft server. So that means
I know,
that
I
the
just
public
want to
can-
go on each of them to see if I can make it happen.
This was the result of a technical issue that we agreed to address as soon as we learned of the issue. While it was unclear at first why the game suddenly started showing Black Friday pop-up ads to promote Ubisoft's latest version of Assassin's Creed, the publisher explained that it went wrong in the post on Twitter. Shut up, it's called Twitter.
See, Mirage is the newest one. Told
Okay.
you.
Ubisoft says that it's trying to put an ad for Assassin's Creed Mirage in the main menu of the game. However, a technical error caused the promotion to show up in the online game instead. They claim that it has been fixed.
That's a big boo-boo.
Listen,
Okay.
it's good that you fixed it, but the fact that you are putting a pop-up ad of your newest title in the middle of my old title
Well,
doesn't exactly
but
sell me on your shit.
no, you should not be getting any type of ads.
Well, guess
in the
what,
game.
motherfucker? You're getting ads in the game
You know
now.
what's absolutely maddening?
What?
Like, we've been talking about this popping up as a subject of something that these guys have been trying to push for
Putting advertisement in the
in
game
the middle
itself?
of the game. Yes.
Okay,
We've
if it's really cool, like, you know, you're going through a thing and you see, like, shadows that
What?
kind of...
They
you know,
can't
shows
hear you
up-
there because you're up here.
Oh, sorry. If they make it in which you can find little Easter eggs that are advertisements, that's fine.
Or what if you make them advertisements in the game itself? Like you're swinging
No.
to like Times Square?
No.
No?
No.
Are you
Well-
sure? No, like
Absolutely not.
like the Spider-Man what do you call it? Wedding proposal that one guy did. It-
Oh, yeah. That
Oh yeah, no, it turned out really bad, but
yeah. Okay, on second thought, I take it back. Let's not put any ads in there anyway.
yeah.
But yeah, no, the fact that Ubisoft has decided, yeah, I'm going to slap an ad for the new game right on the main screen of the old game.
No.
No,
but,
like
but,
okay.
but DLC, though.
Okay, you want to know what's maddening? Okay, anytime I fire up Star Wars Battlefront or Battlefront 2,
Yeah.
for in the game, like, hey, here's an advertisement for the expansion pack, or hey, there's an update on the server. When you take a look at the multiplayer stuff
like
that they
in
push,
the little news
that
option.
kind
Yeah.
of stuff
makes
is
sense.
okay. But in the middle of the gameplay, is that where it's happening?
But they claim it's a bug. Don't bullshit me.
Don't bull
Don't
crap us.
bullshit me. If you could have
We-
gotten away with it, you would have done it. Let's
You-
not lie to ourselves here.
Let's see here. I'll help read the rest of this, or Dragonfang could read this part. Would you like to? No?
Go ahead.
No? Okay. Zayana, would you like to try to read that? No? Okay, fine, I'll read.
You picked
We-
the strangest time to get screenshots.
We recently saw Microsoft use full-screen Xbox pop-up ads to promote its own games, and they've been annoying Xbox owners. Microsoft's ads only appear when you boot an Xbox, and not everyone seems to be getting them. Microsoft and Ubisoft's pop-ups are still very different to the ads we're used to seeing on game consoles. Whereas we've seen games like Saints Row 2 with ads running on billboards, or plenty of in-game ads in EA game titles
Constantly.
in the mid to late 2000s. Full-screen pop-up ads in the middle of a game certainly aren't common. Imagine a world full of games you paid $70 for and then ads popping up in the middle of gameplay. I truly hope Ubisoft's, quote, technical error never become a game industry reality. Spoiler
Well,
alert,
if it
they're
did-
trying to.
If it does, people are gonna stop buying the games.
God, I hope
No
so.
one wants to pay. It's just like, remember back in the day when we actually bought games that were already finished? No DLCs.
What beautiful times. But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
no, I'm sorry. If I pay for a game
full.
and I get pop-ups, okay, someone start up a company to, get rid of ads in freaking
an ad block
games.
for my if I have to
Yes.
install an ad block in my game console, we gone down, man. This kind of thing keeps
I'm
happening
sorry.
too because the companies keep pushing it and people keep buying their crap. Like the FIFA games have continuously lower quality and dropped content and features year after year, and year after year people keep buying and pre-ordering them.
Isn't it almost like literally the same
Like that
freaking
copy and
thing?
The latest game is running on the same engine as the previous game.
Yeah,
It's basically the same thing.
Then just buy the
They just-
previous game. That's
They
it.
ran it. They ran a texture pack. Let me put it this way: we have reached a point. I know I like to shit on these kind of games, but Genshin Impact is genuinely treating its fan base nicer than AAA titles. And that thing is a gambling simulator. Think about that for a second.
Hi, gotcha. Hello.
Yeah,
Two players. Right
Yeah.
now.
it's literally a
What's that,
gacha.
Dragon Fang? They can't hear you.
Hi, we play the game. We play Genshin, so we know.
These poor addiction victims are
Oh
being
my
treated
God.
genuinely better. No, I'm not kidding. Genshin is treating you guys better than it's treating me if I buy a AAA game right now.
Debatable, debatable, debatable.
It's kind of depressing. Listen, just because you didn't get your personal waifu/husband, that doesn't count.
No. Genshin is being treated poorly compared to Honkai Impact. They're getting everything that we as
It is
Genshin
true.
players
It is
want.
True. You might want
yeah,
to
you're
do a
paying
thing on
for it.
that sometime.
Do you ever wonder where your tax dollars are going?
Oh my goodness. All right.
It's
so,
going to our other game.
Ah, damn it!
all right.
But
so-
point in case is, we see here what looks like a glitch, but let's not lie to ourselves. They will try to make this a starkling, horrible reality very soon.
all right. Well, I believe we only have time for one more topic before we have to wrap up the episode,
Which
Angels.
one do you want to talk to?
Let's
Which
talk
one?
about the movie. The movie is good.
Yes.
Now,
Good news.
good news for once. Now, there has been some bad crap going on with the Blade movie. Constant rewrites, crappy scripting, Marshall Ali getting pissed that he's not getting the proper news of what's going on. People have had some really worrying news about, guys, what the fuck are you doing with this film? Like, come on, guys. The Batman was great. Where's our Blade movie? Well, we finally got some news about what the hell's going on and something that will soothe some doubtful minds.
Real quick, let me say hello to, for the record, Your Honor, Linda's in the chat. Hey, up there, Linda,
Hello.
welcome to the Ravens flock. And you know what? I'm actually really glad, D-Nice, and I'm really glad that that our buddy Jingles, the Christmas elf, was able to join us here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the FCC will. Oh, y'all are singing without me. Thank you for that, Aaron Cooper. All right, so this article, Angel,
So-
comes by way of
Game Rant
and
by Ayush Sharma, published 9 hours ago. Blade director Jan de Mange has hinted that the upcoming Insium project will push the boundaries, promising a grittier version of the character. While Marvel Studio Blade's reboot is in the early stages, the director hinted at a groundbreaking element that will redefine the Marvel Cinematic Universe, making a good movie. Although the Blade reboot suffered from numerous delays caused by the Writers Guild of America strike, understandable, and the ongoing actor strike, the director maintains an optimistic outlook for the project, and the director recently gave an exciting update for the upcoming film, and he mentions that the film will deliver what it promised. Speaking in the interview with Deadline, the man stated that the Blade reboot is set to provide with Marshall Ali with an opportunity to display his own screen intensity. Additionally, he didn't shy away from revealing that the film will be R-rated.
yes.
Finally,
God.
promising a
Hiya.
grittier and more mature take on the character. The man stated, they gave me the hard R, so I
Dude.
can use it now, which is very important. The director expressed his admiration for Ali as well, lauding him as a profound actor. He further emphasized that readiness to infuse enjoyment and creativity in the film. Despite reports of Blade undergoing script issues, he commented indicating that a promising collaboration with Ali will bring the character to life and properly introduce him to the MCU.
Is a quote. For Blade, we're going to have fun because Mahershala Ali is such a deep actor. I'm excited to show a kind of ruthlessness, a roughness he has that allows him to walk the earth in a particular way. I love him for that. He's got a dignity and integrity, but there's a ferocity there that he usually keeps under the surface. I want to unleash that and put it on screen.
Nice.
Nice.
Making Blade an R-rated film signifies that Marvel Studios is finally willing to embrace risk, thank fuck, and grant creative teams greater artistic freedom. Blade, known for its violent and gory elements in the Marvel comics, offers an opportunity for audiences to witness a faithful adaptation, thank God. So making the Blade MCU movie R-rated will satisfy the demand for an intense and visceral action on the big screen.
Well, it's about time that the MCU takes some risk. I mean, for goodness sake, they have another Marvel series, Echo, coming out on January 4th.
Jesus, I forgot about Echo.
It's
They,
okay.
they have so many things coming out, it's kind of hard to keep track.
I know, it's crazy, but you know what's also nuts? The fact that Echo's also going to be TVMA, which means it's getting the Daredevil treatment, which helps because Wilson Fisk, Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk from the Daredevil series, is back in this bitch.
It's got to know that Marvel finally put on their big boy pants and decided to take some risks. It's kind of funny because after Deadpool came out and made all of the money in the world, you would think that they go like, yeah, no, let's do it. And after Batman came out and made even more money, you think that they would go like, yeah, let's try something a little more serious. Let's nail some balls to the wall. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige originally announced Alice casting as the Daywalker all the way back in 2019. Unfortunately, the Blade films encounter numerous setbacks, including changes of both director and writer and multiple script revisions. On the other hand, the Hollywood strikes have also compelled production on Blade to halt temporarily. Still, the bunch expressed some eagerness to resume work once the strike concludes, showing a firm dedication towards the advancement of Blade. Despite the challenges, the anticipation for the film remains high as fans eagerly await for the eventual release in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, you know what? I think we can all agree. Well, first of all, it's about time that MCU.
Damn fucking time, yeah.
About damn time that MCU starts taking risks and starts going into the realm of rated R. And yeah, no, that's exactly what we want. And I'm very happy that we're being told that we're going to get delivered on what we've been promised.
What about Deadpool 3? That's a good question. Is that going to be R-rated too as well?
It needs to be R-rated.
I mean, it better. We finally got Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. Let's make that man swear a little bit, you know?
Eye against eye.
Oh my God.
Flesh of my flesh, and mind of my mind. Two of a kind, but one won't survive. My enemy reflects his eyes.
All right.
Your
Mind
mascara
at the
is
same
rolling.
time.
I think what you're.
Eye against eye. Sorry, I've got Blade 2.
Blade 2 is
Wesley
great.
Snipes.
Blade 2 was great.
The soundtrack to the Blade movies have been badass. I don't give a damn. Even Blade Trinity had a badass soundtrack
I love how the Blade
by
movie...
the RZA
Yeah.
of Wu-Tang.
I love how
That's
Blade
how you know
2...
Blade is for the kids.
Blade 2 is basically, we gotta make this movie scarier than normal. Get me Guillermo del Toro. Hey, what do you want? Okay, vampires, but worse. Say no more. And he made the scariest motherfuckers Iris. You guys remember the Blade 2 vampires?
Yes, we
with
did.
the split jaws that open into this xenomorphic abomination with the
They were
triple...
pretty.
They were-
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
But
The
that
Reaper
They were
strain was it
pretty.
called.
You have issues.
You have issues.
Seek help.
coming from a guy who has a weird crush on the Enchantress from Suicide Squad.
Listen, if you show me a woman version of those vampires, I'd be like, no. But also
Yes,
I'd be
yes.
like, you
But
know,
yes.
I shouldn't stick my penis in there. However,
God, no, Angel!
I think this is a good point to wrap it
the
up.
point
All right.
is, I have double standards and they're better than yours.
All right.
Actually, what do you call it? There are a lot of more mature stuff in MCU. Like I said, the Daredevil and Jessica Jones stuff, the stuff they had on Netflix was
Has
gritty
been
and
moved
badass.
and has been moved over to Disney Plus.
And-
But we need a different kind of that. We need something that they have not shown us in copious amounts.
They've got Moon Knight also, which was badass.
Moon Knight was dope, but we are missing a very important element. And
What?
it's not the swearing.
What is it?
Swearing is nice. It's good punctuation to a sentence. However, we need gore.
You know,
We need blood.
the last seriously bloody thing that they did,
Yeah, what was
two
that?
things. Avengers Age of Ultron. It's in the freaking still image where, like, oh, by the way, he killed Strucker in his prison cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see his head, pool of blood under, and the wall.
That's it.
No, the wall
Yeah,
with the
nice
word
spray.
peace
Yeah.
strewn in his blood.
Pretty dope.
And the second thing after that was Captain America Civil War,
Yeah.
when we got to see Mission Report,
Bam, bam, bam,
December
bam.
17th,
Oh, yeah.
1919.
Where we
That
saw
was
the Winter
brutal.
Soldier. Yeah.
The actual
Yeah.
brutal murder that the Winter Soldier did on Howard
Yeah.
and
It was
and
pretty
Maria
brutal,
Stark.
but you still saw not that much blood. So we need No, I take it back. We don't need blood. We need gore. G-O-R-E.
As if being punched in the face until your face caved in until you
Not a
died
drop of blood, though.
wasn't bloody enough?
No, because there was no blood. Now, dude, I'm telling
So,
you,
guys,
the
you do-
censors are crazy about this, but we need decapitation.
So, guys-
I want to see Blaze Sandatsu.
Gentlemen, folks, flock members, are we forgetting about the series that is The Punisher?
The Punisher hasn't come out yet, has it?
As in the
yeah, that
Netflix
one.
Punisher with John
Yeah,
Bernthal.
that was good.
Does that not count?
Yes, but I need
More.
gore.
It was bloody and
There was gore, but
No,
you
no,
need
there
more
was
gore.
blood. But I want to see people get cut to pieces, and I want to see trails of intestines flapping in the breeze in slow motion.
Oh, Matthew Coburn in
Yeah.
the chat. He's over here. Plenty of that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Last season, robot drilled right into a guy and twisted his shirt as in the robot drilled him.
Awesome.
In
We
as the
need
robot drilled him.
More.
So you kind of want
More
like slasher
gore.
gore.
I want to see, yeah, because the
want
point
slasher
is
gore?
that Blade is the slasher.
Like
He
the
literally
last time that there
slashes.
was anything that was like horror, terrifying, and you could thank Sam Raimi for this. I remember Spider-Man 3 in the ending when he's fighting Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Venom grabs him, snatch up. That's
Yeah.
proper Venoming shit.
You know,
Yes.
I am sad that the Venom 2 movie had a bunch of really cool concept art that we never got to see. Like, did you know that Carnage was supposed to morph his flesh to look like a horrible parody of a priest?
Ugh.
He was going, after beating down Venom, he was going to crucify him. As in
Dude.
as a parody of, you are my father, I am your son, I will now eat your heart,
That-
aka your Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
I'll-
Naughty instead of ding
I'll have to sit back and watch that. But folks, we have reached the end
Yes,
of the
yes, we have.
programming. I have to wrap us up because we are all hungry.
Yes.
And and we do.
Feed me,
And I will
Seymour.
eat it all.
Seymour,
Yeah.
feed
If
me.
She will.
Yes.
She'll do
she'll-
it, but
Don't
we
eat it.
can't let them have it.
All right. And we appreciate all of you tuning in. You guys have been great. You guys have been fantastic. A special shout out to the Christmas elf who topped in on the live chat.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Our brand new friend Jingles the Christmas Elf.
Jingles the Christmas elf. You have been fantastic and we appreciate it.
And thank you to Steph the Alternate, our sister from another mister, who
for
rated us tonight.
before we even started.
Thank
And
you so
we're
much.
seriously thankful for every single one of you guys who stuck around. We very much are thankful. And what about Deadpool 1? That was bloody, but it wasn't quite gory enough for Angel.
I need 50% of the movie to be nothing but the color red.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that's a total thing for another time. So getting to it, a couple announcements to wrap things up. So we first of all, big shout out once again to K-Storm, Zayana Rose, and Dragonfang for having an awesome, exciting episode of Los Amigos Play. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
We came early. That's what she said.
Yes. All right. So, as far as announcements goes, I do have some. Angel, will we be returning to playing Wonderful One-on-One in Los Amigos Play soon?
Yes, God forbid, since the personal issues that got in the way are finally fading away for the issue to give me a proper schedule of working. We will return at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where me, with my fellow heroes and heroines, will be playing The Wonderful 101 Remastered. And I hope that you will join us as we continue in our journey to protect Blossom City from the evils of Geth Jerk.
It's a race of aliens and robots
Absolutely.
And
And
also jerks.
that are also jerks.
And of course, for any wrestling fans out there, tune into my program, Wrestle Rewind, every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, along with my weekly reviews of WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. We will cover the main event for this year's WWE Survivor Series,
Which
Yes.
is happening right now.
Which is happening right now. It's over in Chicago, Illinois. Yes, there is a lot of buzz in social media with lots of wrestling fans who are speculating, who are calling for the return of CM Punk.
Is he back? We don't know.
Well,
We've been
well.
on here this whole time. We
Can you
literally
imagine
don't know.
that man coming in like Jesus?
That would be
Wrestling Jesus returning.
Wrestling Jay, after 3 seasons, he would rise again.
fun. But before we get into all that, we do have a program on Wednesday night, Juan.
You're damn right, and that's my program, The Black Files, the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. We, like I mentioned over here when we were talking about the Middle Eastern crisis happening, we on The Black Files, we've honed in on just one story and we cut in deep As you saw here, we had a whole plethora of different stories tonight on the Ravens Flock, but on the Black Files, we just focus in on one. This past Wednesday, we went ahead and talked about how Elon Musk's Twitter has been losing advertisers left, right, and center, and this idiot, the space baby Dick Rocket Man, has not fucking learned his lesson. Like, how many times do we
He
have
never is going to learn his lesson. Let's be real.
Does he have money?
Yes.
Then he's not gonna learn.
God damn it. And that's the sad thing. But if we want spirited discussion that cuts deep, and like we said, normally go into the darker side of popular culture and nerd culture. Yeah, I know the conflict in Israel and Palestine, it's not exactly nerdy, but it is popular because everyone and their mother's dealing with it, unfortunately, in one way or another. So it had to be addressed. It's just like this shit happening on Twitter. We all use it, so we have to address it. It sucks because that idiot space baby Dick Rocket Man is censoring people himself for having an opinion, but heaven forbid we should anyone else get to express ourselves. But you know what? You can always rest assured that on the Black Files, we'll be expressing ourselves with zero filter, with zero compromise. We'll have arguments, but if we're smart about it, we'll deal with each other properly afterwards. So be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for the Black Files, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick.
And of course, tune into our main show, the #1 show that you're watching right now, The Ravens Flock, every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where we, the Motley Crew nerds, the whole bunch of us, will be here to discuss with you the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a busy week, a slow week, or even a dead week, it doesn't matter because there's always something in the air to grab onto, and we'll be here to share with each and every one of you. And we appreciate all of you tuning in. You guys have been fantastic. Everything that we've been doing here, from our multiple shows, our subathons, to our watch parties, to our con appearances, our interviews, everything is all part of our determination from 2013 to make your voice our mission. With that being said, Juan, plug us away so we can eat.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of the Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Dragon Fang Cosplay, Zayana Rose Cosplay, K-Storm Cosplay, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we bring you the latest news of the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Working hard to stay strong to make your voice our mission. Join us live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. Don't forget to try out Glitch Energy. Use our promo code FlockFuel for 20% off. And until next time, continue to follow us on. Where is it? There it is. Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock. Twitter.com/Ravens Flock 13. Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online. Kick.com/The Ravens Flock. And of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
Nice. All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and it's time to feast.
Let's get our turkey on!
Yay!
Woohoo!
Oh, here you go.
Yes, we're good.